He was halfway up the driveway when the porch light flickered red. At first, Ravi thought it was just one of those motion sensor lights. He'd seen plenty of weird setups delivering for DeMarco's Pizza over the past 6 months. But this was different. The porch light wasn't flickering like it was broken. It was pulsing like a slow, steady heartbeat. Ravi glanced at the receipt taped to the pizza box. 47 Evergreen Street prepaid. No tip. Special instructions. Come to the back door. It was almost 11:45 p.m., his last run of the night. After this, he could go home, crash on the couch, and pretend he wasn't working a dead-end job after failing his first year of med school. Again, the neighborhood was weirdly quiet. No cars, no porch lights, not even the usual sounds of TVs through windows. Just rows of dark houses, with drapes drawn in lawns too perfect to be real. He clutched the box tighter and walked past the flickering porch toward the side gate. The latch creaked open. A narrow, overgrown path led to the backyard. This better not be another prank, Ravi thought. Last week, a group of drunk college kids had paid for a delivery and jumped out of the bushes in clown masks, recording his reaction for TikTok. This felt different, though wrong. As he turned the corner, he saw the back door was already open. Just an inch, enough to see that it was completely dark inside. He hesitated, knocked twice on the frame. Hello? Pizza delivery for Darren. No answer. He knocked again, still nothing, and then a voice from inside, low and hoarse. Come in, door sticks. Every instinct in Ravi's body screamed no, but he'd been written up twice already for customer issues, and he needed this job, even if it was temporary. So he pushed the door open with his elbow and stepped inside. The kitchen was dim, lit only by the refrigerator's open glow. A few magnets clung to its surface, all shaped like knives. Ravi called out again, "Pizza for Darren." Then he saw it, a single $20 bill sitting on the counter, next to a phone. The screen was recording live. Someone was live streaming this moment. His every move. Rafi froze. Is this a prank? Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind him. He spun around, heart hammering. No one was there. He tried the doorknob. It wouldn't budge. Okay, not funny, he shouted. He pulled out his phone to call the store. No service, not even Wi-Fi. Then the phone on the counter vibrated. Once, a message popped up on the screen. Thank you for participating. Ravi stared at the message, confused and shaking. Then, another one popped up. You have 10 minutes to leave. Oh, are you stay forever? He ran, not toward the front. It wouldn't open. He sprinted down the hallway, trying room after room, each one worse than the last. In the dining room, the walls were covered in children's drawings, all showing the same thing. A man in a pizza uniform, standing outside a house, bleeding from the eyes. The living room was filled with mannequins dressed as delivery drivers. Every uniform had a stitched name tag. Ravi was the last one on the rack. His stomach flipped. He ran again, this time up the stairs, the second floor. Hallway stretched longer than the house should allow. Door after door lined the walls, all identical, all slightly ajar. He pushed one open. It was a bedroom. Empty, except for a twin bed and a camcorder pointing directly at it. And on the nightstand, another receipt. Same address, different name. Luis. The receipt was dated 3 weeks ago. Where's Luis? The answer came with a sound. A soft whimper from under the bed. Ravi crouched slowly, heartbeat thudding in his ears. Hello, a whisper answered back. They're watching, through the walls. He stood up so fast, he hit his head on the ceiling light. The bulb shattered, plunging him into darkness. Then footsteps, fast, heavy, deliberate, coming from the end of the hallway. He bolted back down the stairs, every room seeming to breathe as he passed. The front door was still locked, the back chained. He needed something to break a window. Anything, He grabbed a fireplace poker from the living room and ran to the nearest one. It didn't budge, like the glass wasn't glass at all. Another phone buzzed. This time his .1 message from a number he didn't recognize. "We chose you because you knew pain." He dropped the phone like it burned him. Ravi did know pain. He remembered his dad's hands slamming the dinner table every time Ravi brought home a B on a test. Remembered the way his mom cried when he said he wanted to quit med school. He'd been drowning in disappointment for years, but he hadn't told anyone, so who knew? The whisper returned. This time, louder, closer. They always choose the broken ones. He ran for the garage. The door was unlocked. Inside was a single car, its tires slashed, windows painted black. In the trunk, half open, Ravi saw something. Fabric. A DeMarco's pizza jacket. He reached in and found a phone. Buried underneath, it was still recording. The last saved file was labeled Daniel_Session 3. He played it. A boy, maybe 19, stared at the camera. His lips split and one eye bruised. "If anyone finds this, my name's Daniel Singh. I delivered a meat lovers combo to 47 Evergreen. Please, tell my mom I tried. I really tried." Suddenly, a shadow appeared behind Daniel. He turned, and the screen cut to static. Ravi dropped the phone. He wasn't just trapped in some psycho's house. He was in a house that fed on delivery drivers. And no one had made it out. Until now. He found the laundry room, small window, rusty frame. But it moved when he pushed. Outside, real night air. Crickets. Freedom. He squeezed through, cutting his hand on the metal, landed in a bush. He didn't look back, just ran. He sprinted across yards, jumped fences, until he reached a mile away. The cashier looked up, startled. "Dudar, you okay?" Ravi collapsed. The police searched the house the next day. It was empty. No mannequins, no phones, no receipts. Just a single pizza box sitting on the counter. Inside wasn't food, it was a photo, a group picture. Every missing driver from the last 5 years, standing on that porch, smiling, and in the background, blurry but clear, was Ravi, smiling. 2. "You're lucky you made it out," the detective said, closing the door behind him. "Most don't." Ravi sat in the small, windowless interview room of the town police station, still wearing the blood-stained DeMarco's uniform from the night before. His right palm was wrapped in gauze. His voice had given out hours ago from repeating the same story. And no one believed him, except this one detective, Detective Iris Halden. She was in her early 40s, sharp-voiced, sharper-eyed, and completely unlike the rest of the officers who had dismissed him as shaken or hallucinating. She walked in with a folder marked active missing and placed it flat on the table between them. Without speaking, she opened it. Photos, pages of them, faces, names, ages, uniforms. All of them delivery drivers. All of them missing. Ravi leaned forward. "That's them. I saw one of them. Daniel. In a video. And the rest. I think they're part of it. Or trapped there." Iris didn't blink. She nodded once and said, "There's more." She pulled out a second file and set it beside the first. Inside was a blurry screenshot of a security cam image. It showed Ravi running through a backyard, covered in scratches. TIMESTAMP, 12:06 a.m. last night. "That's you," she said, "which checks out." Then she pulled out another photo. Same TIMESTAMP, same camera, same yard, same Ravi, but in a different outfit, smiling. Calm. Standing in front of the house, Ravi stared at the image, blood draining from his face. "That's not possible. I wasn't there anymore. I was already running." Iris leaned in, her voice low. "That house on Evergreen isn't on any official maps. No permits, no tax ID, no owners. But every few months, someone reports seeing a light flickering at the porch. Then a driver goes missing. Ravi's hands were shaking again. You believe me? Iris gave a tired half smile. I've been chasing this house for 8 years. Ravi blinked. 8? I lost someone, she said. My brother, 2017, delivered pizza for a local place. Vanished after a call to a location that didn't exist. The address they sent him to wasn't there the next morning. She placed a photo down. Louise Halden. Ravi's stomach twisted. That's one of the names I saw. There was a receipt, upstairs, on a nightstand. Iris nodded, jaw clenched. That's what the house does. It copies, duplicates, repeats. We think it's a trap, some kind of entity. It records people, their trauma, their regrets, and plays it back. Sometimes it uses it, sometimes it wears it. She paused. We call it the disappearance protocol. Why me? Ravi asked. Iris looked at him carefully. What were you thinking about before you went inside the house? Ravi hesitated. My mom, he said. Disappointed in me. My whole life. Like I'm not worth anything unless I become a doctor. Iris sat back, breathing slowly. The house. It finds people who already feel like they don't belong, who are hurting. That way, if they vanish, no one comes looking right away. Ravi stared at her. You said it duplicates? She nodded. Then, what if I didn't escape? What do you mean? What if I'm not me? Silence. Dead. Terrifying silence. Iris reached into her coat and placed a mirror on the table. Take a look. Ravi hesitated, then leaned forward. His reflection looked back. Same messy black curls, same hollowed-out eyes, same scratches, but something was off. He reached toward the mirror, and his reflection did not move. He flinched away from it. Double quotes. See, Iris whispered. It knows how to wear people. Ravi stood up, chair screeching. Then what do I do? What the hell do we do? She stared at the folder for a moment, then said, You go back. The idea was insane, but Ravi knew she was. Right? There were too many missing, too many photos. And if it was copying people, wearing them, how many were out there? Iris drove. They parked 3 houses down from 47 Evergreen, now looking completely abandoned again. No flickering porch light, no sign of movement. I'll wait here, Iris said, checking her sidearm. If anything feels wrong, scream. I'll come. And you said it traps people. I also said I'm not like the others. That gave Ravi zero comfort, but he nodded anyway, and walked. The backyard was different. No overgrown grass, no back door open. It was sealed shut. He knocked, waited. No response, then a whisper behind him. We're glad you came back. He turned. A girl stood there, barefoot, no older than 15. Her eyes were milk white, her mouth stitched shut. She pointed to the side, to the shed. It hadn't been there before. Ravi opened the rusted door. Inside were boxers, dozens each labeled with names. He opened one marked Daniel. Inside, a phone, bloodied uniform, journal pages, and a VHS tape. He played it using the old TV setup in the corner. The screen buzzed. Then came static. Then the video. Daniel, in a white room, crying. They told me I could leave if I gave them someone else. I didn't mean to. I swear. I was just so tired of being here. Then he screamed. The screen turned black. Another whisper. Another door opening by itself. This time stairs leading downward. Basement? No. Deeper. The walls turned from wood to stone. He descended slowly. The air was damp, heavy. The tunnel led to a large chamber, and inside people, dozens, standing still, not chained, not injured, just staring blankly, including Daniel, Luis, others from the photo. They turned as Ravi entered. He stepped back, heart pounding. They spoke in unison. Leave one behind, then you can go. He tried to run, but they moved. Fast, too fast. He turned to retreat, only to find Iris standing in the way. No, he yelled. Help me. but she just stood there, expressionless. Then she smiled. You already left one behind. Ravi's vision blurred. The room spun. Memories. Twisted. Had he seen someone else when he ran that night? Was there another Ravi still inside? The people surrounded him. Hands reached out, but before they could touch, a loud boom shook the chamber. A flare, red and sizzling, crashed into the crowd, and Iris was there. The real Iris. She pulled Ravi by the arm. Move. They ran. Through tunnels. Upstairs. Out the shed. Back to the car. Ravi collapsed on the hood. Gasping, Iris pointed at the girl with the stitched mouth, now standing by the door. She's the original, the first victim. Still bound to it. Ravi stared. Then who was the other? You, Iris answered slowly. It was the one I left behind. Back at the station, everything felt like a dream. Ravi showered, ate, slept 14 hours. When he awoke, Iris handed him a USB. What's this? He asked. Footage. From inside the house. You need to see the truth. He loaded it onto the laptop. The file was named Ravi_Session2. He played it. The video began with him entering the house, just like last night, but as the footage played, he saw something else himself, in the background, walking calmly, smiling, watching. And another clip, Ravi sitting, talking to a camera. If you're seeing this, I chose wrong. I should have never gone back. They don't just copy, they multiply. He looked directly into the camera. Don't trust the one who leaves. We think we're running from the house, but it's inside us now. Ravi couldn't sleep, even after returning from that nightmare house, even after the police interview, the hours of debrief with Detective Iris Halden, the sedatives they gave him. Sleep was no longer a refuge, because every time his eyes closed, he saw himself, watching, smiling, waiting, and the words from that video still echoed in his head. Don't trust the one who leaves. 2:47 a.m., Ravi sat on the floor of his apartment, lights on, laptop glowing. The USB stick Iris had given him still plugged in. He watched the file again, Session 2. The version of him in the footage looked identical, but his eyes, they weren't right. They looked amused and ancient. Then a new video file auto-played, one Ravi hadn't opened before. Luis-final.mp.4it was Detective Halden's brother. He looked exhausted, eyes bloodshot, voice cracked from crying. They said I could go home, but when I reached my car, I realized it wasn't me who left. He held up a mirror to the camera. The reflection didn't match. If you're seeing this, it's already too late. It only needs your permission once. Ravi jolted upright. He remembered something. When he had first gone to that house, when the back door opened on its own, he had spoken just 2 words. Hello, anyone. His breath caught. He had given it permission. The next morning, Ravi walked into the police station and demanded to see Iris Halden, but the receptionist looked confused. Who? Detective Halden? There's no one here by that name, the woman replied. Never has been. Ravi's heart dropped. That's not possible. She's been working this case for 8 years. Her brother Luis Halden went missing. The woman searched her screen, typed faster, then looked up. Sir, there's no record of anyone named Luis Halden ever missing in this town. You okay? Ravi stepped back. No. Something was wrong. He pulled out his phone, opened his call log. No contact under Iris. No texts. No missed calls. No USB stick in his pocket. Nothing. Back at his apartment, Ravi tore the place apart. No sign of the USB. No notes. Not even the blood-stained uniform. Everything was too clean. He stared at the mirror in the bathroom. His reflection smiled first. He stumbled back, hitting the wall. No, he had escaped. He had run out of that hell house. He had survived, hadn't he? A sudden knock on the door broke the silence. He peeked through the peephole. A delivery driver stood outside. DeMarco's Pizza, The uniform was his size. The man was facing away. Still, Ravi opened the door slowly. The man turned around, and it was him. "Hey," the other Ravi said, casual. "I think you left something behind." Ravi slammed the door shut and locked every bolt. But it didn't matter. The lights flickered, the floorboards creaked, and the living room wall split open, revealing a hallway. Wooden, rotting, familiar. It was the house. It had followed him. Hours passed, or maybe minutes. Ravi packed a backpack, water, flashlight, pepper spray, his old name tag. He walked through the hallway and entered the house again. Or maybe it entered him. This time, the layout was different. Instead of stairs, there was a long hallway lined with closed doors. Each door bore a name. Tag DAINELUISJORDANARAEIS name was on the last door. He opened it. Inside was a perfect copy of his bedroom. Every detail, right? But someone was sitting at the desk. Him. Again, the doppelganger turned around slowly. "You're late," it said. "What do you want?" Ravi asked. The thing smiled. "I want you to stop running. I want you to remember." "Remember what?" It stood. "What you did." The room shifted. Walls dissolved into shadows. Suddenly, Ravi was in the back of the DeMarco's kitchen. Months earlier, he saw himself yelling at another driver, Ali. He remembered this. He'd blamed Ali for stealing a tip, screamed at him in front of customers, humiliated him. That night, Ali quit. 2 weeks later, he vanished. "I didn't mean it," Ravi whispered. The shadows laughed. "Yes, you did. You needed someone to hate, someone to give away." Flash. New scene. Ravi's mother, crying in their living room. She held bills in her hand. "You're wasting your life. Delivering pizza. We came here for a better future." "I'm trying," his younger self shouted. "You think I don't know? I'm a disappointment." The shadow Ravi turned to him. "You gave yourself away long before the house ever asked." Ravi's knees buckled. "I didn't mean for this to happen." The thing stepped forward. "But you made it happen. We all do." It held up a small box. Ravi opened it. Inside was a name tag. Ali, blood, soaked. Double quotes. "You left him behind to save yourself." "No," Ravi whispered. "No, he's still alive. I can fix this." The house laughed. "Then, go find him." A trapdoor opened under Ravi's feet. He fell, screaming into blackness. When he awoke, he was in a circular room lit by candles, surrounded by chairs, and in each chair sat someone familiar. Daniel Weiss, Jordan Mandiras, Solial, expressionless then. One by one, they spoke. "Will you trade places?" Ravi hesitated. "What happens if I say yes?" Luis answered. "You stay. Amanda, you fade. Daniel, but they leave." Ravi turned to Ali. He looked up slowly, eyes glassy, voice broken. "Would you really do that for me?" And for the first time, Ravi truly looked at him, past the guilt, past the denial. "Yes," Ravi whispered, "I would." The candles blew out. Ravi opened his eyes. He was back in the DeMarco's break room, clean, bright, normal. His phone buzzed. A text from Ali. "Bro, you good? That house was messed up. You coming back to work today?" Ravi stared at the screen. He remembered everything, but it hadn't happened now. A reset. He texted back, "On my way. Let's talk." As he rode his bike down the familiar street, he passed 47 Evergreen. This time, there was nothing there. No flickering porch light, no doorway, just an empty lot. And yet, he could feel it watching, waiting. Ravi whispered to the wind, "I didn't leave anyone behind." 6 months later, Ravi's moved to a new city, studying psychology now, working part-time, helping people who feel invisible. He keeps one thing on his desk, his DeMarco's name tag, not as a curse, but a reminder. Because some doors, once opened, never fully close. But sometimes, if you face them with truth, not fear, they stay shut. The end.